everyone. I'm Mariana, and welcome to another episode from Ibiza with Love, the Glow Guide. Stas, welcome for this very special episode where you're joining us at a very, very beautiful, special place to all of us. Theo loves it here too, so we decided to do this one outdoors with the views of Esvedra, which is one of the most magnetic places in the world and has always had a very meaningful place in our hearts. So very happy that we get to do this right here with you.
Amazing. Me too.
And it's been such a great, fun privilege to do the project with you. So I'm very happy that you were interested in this. And that's what I wanted to ask, like, what attracted you initially to this project? And what do you think it's really about beneath the visuals?
Beneath the visuals. That's very interesting. That's very interesting because first when we started talking about it, it was very focused on the visuals. And now I feel like the vision is expanding a bit more. I find it really interesting that we have guests from different walks of life. So we have successful CEOs and we also have the sound healers who just live the normal life and have this sound healing as their day-to-day job. And it's really fascinating how different people have different needs for life and for their quality of life. Different people have different expectations for the quality of life. But the thing that I think unites all of our guests is that they are really content at where they are. And even if they're going through something, they seem like very nice human beings. And I think what draws me to this project is that we are trying to find the human side of every guest. We are trying to dig underneath this surface of them having a status in society, them having a successful career, job. We're trying to explore them more as a person rather than them as a persona based on their achievements. And I find it really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think also what they can contribute to us, to our viewers, the impact that they've had on my life, that's really powerful.
Yeah.
And I think you bring such a great style to showing that. That's interesting, that's captivating, that's, just a pleasure to watch, really. So thank you for that, because you are super talented, and that's why I felt very, very strongly that, after I saw your work, that you should be a part of this. And it was quite a surprise that you were, but a very beautiful, pleasant surprise. So I really loved your cinematic style, because to me, it's very unique and very visually appealing. And then during our first call together with Valerie, something truly magical happened. And we felt this incredible source energy running through us. And we were wondering if you also felt it. And how would you describe this frequency?
Okay, that's really interesting. I wouldn't really think of it in terms of the frequencies because I don't really focus on the energy thing too much. But I just have my intuition because I feel like my family and everybody in my family line has a very strong sense of intuition. And normally, if it's something weird or wrong, I normally have a feeling and I just don't go with it. And I learned throughout life that it's really important to listen to your intuition. Doesn't matter what the profit, what the benefit is that you're getting out of the situation. Intuition is more important to me because many times I've been proven wrong, and I think we all have been when we don't listen to our intuition. So I felt really good. I felt really good about this project, and I felt like it would be a new opportunity for me and for you. And I like what I like about it is that I think everybody here has a lot of creative freedom.
Right.
We just go with the flow in a professional way, but we still go with the flow. And it's great how one day we can go to an event and literally find a new guest there, invite them on the podcast tomorrow, have them sit with us and talk and share their unique ideas. This is a really unique project in this sense because there is not a lot of planning going on, but we're constantly in the flow of working and piecing it all together.
Yeah. It's a good synergy for sure.
Yeah.
And we bounce ideas off each other very well. So to follow up on that, how do you feel now that we've spent so much time together and have shared so many fun adventures?
How do I feel now? I feel better. I feel like this is going... Honestly, I had zero expectations of this. And I think in most cases in life, you should have zero expectations, if not in all the cases. Because what is the point of expectations, right? What is the point? This is just an illusion of control that we have in our heads, as if I expect something, then I'm controlling this.
Right.
These are just your thoughts, and nobody knows your thoughts outside of you. So I think expectations are kind of useless. I just went into that. I just arrived the first day, and I was familiar with Ibiza. I know that this place is very beautiful. I know that it is very inspiring, and I'm not talking about clubs. And I know that some people are watching from the UK and they're thinking that's a great place to party and do drugs. No, I've never partied in Ibiza. I literally go here for the nature and for the inspiration, because I think people on the podcast can see how many visual and just captivating things they can discover on the island.
But we've actually had a lot of fun even
and
without the
that's the
parties. Like
thing.
it's a different type of party. It's without the.
It's a different type of party.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a more
it's a beach
soulful.
house. Yeah. It's like the maximum that we did was a beach house, but it's not. It's a great concept, because if you
Beach
think
house, for our viewers to know, is actually a sunset party.
yeah, which is great,
Right.
because
and
you
you
can
dance.
go to bed early.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because I don't like clubs, because you kind of waste the next day when you wake up.
Right.
And beach clubs are amazing. You just go there at 8 p.m., you dance until like 11, 12, and then you go to bed. And then next morning you can wake up and work.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Like I love, and I also, you know what I love? People don't film stuff here. And I remember on their phones, I mean. And I remember you were so
In
surprised.
the club they do.
In the club they do here?
Yeah.
But at least like in the beach houses, they don't.
Right.
Like,
no, they're more in the moment and they're more enjoying. That's for sure.
I live in London and like people film everything there. I mean,
but
then
you're not really in the present.
Yeah, you're not really in the present. It's really strange. I mean, you pay crazy prices for the entry. Then you enter, you order a couple of drinks, and then for the whole night, you're like shaking your body and jumping with the phone.
I wonder if you ever even watch the videos from it.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, are you ever going to watch the videos from it?
I know. Someone once asked, I was filming fireworks, and my friend asked, like, do you ever watch the fireworks videos again? I'm like, you know what? That's a good question.
That's a great point. No, you don't.
Only when I need to delete them, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of spiritual vibe that we've been exploring, which is quite cool. And I think you were pleasantly surprised by a few of the things we've joined for.
Yeah, I mean...
like the sound, the handpan sound journey,
Yeah, but I think Tierra Aris, it was basically, so what was it, like a community farm?
Yes, yeah. We joined an association.
Yeah, and it's not a cult. I think it's not. I mean, my friends think it's a cult, but I don't think so. It's just a concert.
But were they there? No.
Well,
the ones that mentioned
there.
that.
Yeah.
They weren't there.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't know. Yeah. It's not a cult. So it's an open air concert in the middle of the woods.
We hope not, because we technically did sign up for the association. No,
it doesn't matter.
It's a joke.
We just went there once.
I've been there many times.
Oh.
That's fine. But it just became an association. No, it's really an organic farm where they do these soulful events where people dance and gather in a community circle.
Yeah.
But it's not an overwhelming amount of people. It's a beautiful nature environment, and the lights and how it just all comes together. I mean, if it's a cult, I don't mind that I'm part of it, quite frankly. It's a nature cult.
She said it was group hypnosis.
Right.
And I think everybody could feel it.
Yeah.
She had a certain sound of a bell that she made in the beginning, and then she said, you will hear it when you wake up. Like, you will hear it and then you will wake up.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I literally felt like I was in a trance.
I was so emotional during that.
Everybody was. Yeah. Everybody was their truest self there.
They unlocked some parts of the soul.
Yeah, it was insane. Everybody was like, you felt connection to everybody. Yeah. It was like everybody was a part of a singular entity, which sounds so strange, but that's how I felt. And I think that's that's the way a lot of people felt there.
The non-duality. Those three people in unity together created some kind of truly magical transcendental experience for the rest of us. And I think the trees moving with the wind and the sun setting was something completely unique. So the nature club is what I definitely recommend. I think you were probably...
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
For some people, I think it was life-changing.
Would you say it was for you?
Life-changing? Honestly, no. Just like every event changes you to some extent. That event changed me to like a huge extent. But I
So
don't know what
to some
life-changing
degree,
is.
yeah,
Like, I
to
don't
some
know what
degree, it
it
was.
is.
I mean, you're out of all your adventures that we've shared here. I think you remember that one the most, like as the most
Yeah,
profound and what
it's
you
the
would
most
want to
profound. Yeah.
repeat more than others, I guess. So
I guess,
I
yeah.
suppose in that way it is life changing, where you discovered something that you didn't know you can enjoy this much.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And again, it's like about going with no expectations into it.
And you brought your friend there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he quite liked it, I think.
I think he liked it more than me. I think he like loved it. I think,
And it's funny that that person grew up here and he had no idea this was like so close to where he kind of lives in the summers, no?
yeah. I mean, I think he knew about the place, but I don't think he knew that it throws the events like that.
Right.
It's like, it's a thing. I think when you grow up in a certain place, you already have a very static idea of what this place is, and you don't really get out of like your area or your neighborhood or something like that. When you move countries constantly, like when you move out of your country and migrate to a different country, you have this in your nature to constantly explore new places, which I think a lot of people who grow up in a single place and don't move for a long time or don't move at all, they don't have this drive to explore because they just like the comfort, which is not a wrong thing. It's just like a different perspective on life, almost like a different programming in the human nature that we can find in both of these cases.
Yeah, you might be right because I've always been an explorer, but we did move several times throughout my
And yeah,
lifetime.
and
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe that's the blessing of how our lives aligned and how our parents and our families like evolved, that we became more and more explorers. Or maybe because we are explorers, our life went that direction. I don't know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's been, I don't know, I can't imagine myself at least to be in one place. I like the
No.
dynamic of it. I like finding new things. I like sharing new things with my friends, with, you know, people, community. It's
Yeah, totally. I think a lot of trips sometimes can be uncomfortable, but I would rather live in discomfort. At least like in my age, at my age, I'm pretty
yeah,
certain. Like I
yeah.
would rather live a very unconventional and comfortable lifestyle than be settled somewhere.
Sometimes it pushes you
Going on
out of your
solo
comfort
trip is
zone.
uncomfortable, but is
Yeah.
it enjoyable?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
And
enjoyable.
sometimes it's almost easier than
Yeah,
coordinating with a bunch of people and a bunch of friends and like trying to please everyone, and especially if they have different ideas and styles of what they enjoy doing.
yeah,
It's like a bit of a headache. I'd rather go on my own, and I don't know.
yeah. Because you said that. Yeah,
Pushes
let's
you to
talk
new
about that.
boundaries.
Because you said that in a lot of cases, you're the person who coordinates everything. If you go
Yeah,
with a friend group,
right.
I feel the same way.
And my
And
family too.
do
I'm
you
always
like
like,
it? Like, do you like to be the coordinator, like the manager in some sort of way?
yeah, I guess yes.
Not
But
in a hierarchical way, but like they like you to manage things. That's the thing.
apparently yes.
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I seem to be wired this way.
Yeah,
Most of the time I enjoy it. Sometimes it's a little bit like a lot of effort to put everyone together and organize it all, but I do think in a way it's my nature's calling. So, you know, everyone kind of has their own path, and um, most of the time my friends and family really, really enjoy it. So I guess I have to keep doing it because,
yeah,
yeah, someone has to take initiative.
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I like to take initiative as well. But for the longest time, I thought that everybody likes it, and I thought, how
No,
come?
a lot of people are
Yeah,
not
like
wired like this.
no, but I didn't know. It's so weird. Like I was just born yesterday, but like I assumed that like
you,
people all
you
want to
are.
manage the situation. So every time I was thinking, does my friend like really like the fact that I am like planning everything here? But then like they started talking about it. They're like, oh my god, like we're so grateful that you're like
Yeah,
planning everything for us. And
yeah.
I was like, really? Because I thought I'm just like a control freak because I love planning stuff and I don't necessarily like that everything goes my way, but I just feel good because I feel like I explore. I go out of my comfort zone a lot, especially because of my job that I do. Like I explore new places every time because I want to get new shots or like I want to film new people Also, like I film random people on the street, which is weird and nice and interesting. So like, yeah, because I go out of my comfort zone a lot, I
You
feel like
also
I know
seem to
more
bring out the
places.
strangers out of their comfort zones to be their star on your camera screen.
Sorry, I mean,
You're welcome.
I'm not like that close, because like some we have street photographers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name, but they're pretty famous. So I think if people know street photography, they will know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about those work ethics, because some of them, they just have like 2 cameras with flashes. And then there's like a specific one who I'm thinking about. This photographer, he would specifically, in my view, approach like frail old people.
Oh.
2 cameras with flashes, like this close, flash, run away. Photos are cool, don't get me wrong, but like,
I would
what
find
are
that
you
quite
doing?
disturbing.
I think it's too
Yeah,
much.
and
We need to have
invasive.
the boundary.
Right.
It's his work, but is that a business of other people? I don't know. I mean, you have to look at laws, obviously, where street photography or street videography is allowed. I think in the US it's allowed, in the UK it's all legal, fine. But like, maybe keep the
Yeah,
space.
for sure. I mean, I would not like if someone just randomly ran up to me and took a photo.
With flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially I think like when you're older, it's maybe quite disturbing.
Yeah. It depends on the vibe. But yeah, definitely the age also plays part.
So we asked this to most of our viewers, and Ibiza has had a special effect on most of our lives. And I wanted to find out, in what way did it impact you the most?
Oh my God. It changed me. Like this is life changing. Like
Yeah.
this is the definition of life changing.
How did you even come here?
This place is everything to me. I came here first with my family to visit a relative. And at that time I was super young. And I think at that age I wasn't really like thinking too much ahead, which I'm quite jealous of. I would like to remain this way. But anyway, that time it was nothing, honestly. It was just like a cool, fun family trip. Then I think I came back 2 or 3 years later, when the war broke out in my country, and when we moved countries many times. I came here again just for peace and quiet for a week, for 2 weeks, something like that. And that's when I started understanding that this place is a bit strange in a way that it just puts you through the experiences that you are meant to go through. And I think in life, everything happens for a reason, but here especially. Here, it's like a special ground. You come here, and if you're open to this,
Right.
it will guide you in a really short period of time to where you need to be. It will like show you the glimpses of life that you could have, or the glimpses of the awful stuff that you could also have.
Right.
So it puts you on this like crazy swing of high highs and low lows, but it shows you everything quickly. So this was the first place where I picked a camera, totally by chance. Photos were awful photos. Like everybody, my friends were like, were you high when you took them? Because like, why is it so yellow? Like, why is it so green and yellow? Like, I was just trying to be artistic, but it was too much, I admit. But at the time, I thought it was cool. But anyway, I felt so inspired here. And at that time, I had a rough idea. I always had a rough idea that I wanted to like film something and do something with the cameras. But I picked it up totally randomly. And after that, I sort of like went with the flow. I wasn't planning anything, but this place changed me in this way that it sort of like put me on the right path.
So you discovered your love for photography and film here.
Yeah. But also, okay, I think this is the most important thing about Ibiza for me. It's not even like hobbies or career. It's strange because sometimes in life, we don't see that we are in a bad spot or in a bad situation with certain people until we leave the place and until we are somewhere else and until we have time to reflect.
Yeah.
And this is strange, and I don't know how this works, but perhaps when you're in the same environment with different people that you wouldn't normally associate yourself with, but you do, obviously we are humans, so we start getting used to things. This place was a place for reflection for me, because every time I would come here, again, with no expectations, I would have certain thoughts about what I need to do in life. And I'm not only talking about career, but about people. It would show me that certain people were not right for me. And it would bring me such peace when I would think about that. And then when I would come back, I would change my circumstances. And sometimes it's hard to cut people out, and sometimes it's hard to like change our surroundings, our friend circles. But every time the things that I realized here, they impacted my life in a better light, in a better way when I was back to my city where I live.
No, it's been a tremendous impact on my life as well, and that's why I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah,
Like,
cool.
I don't know, I just felt like I love it here so much, and I'm so at peace, and I'm so happy and that's why I kept started to bring like more and more of my friends, and that's why we kind of started to do this project also, because I think it's important for people to know that they can feel this good, that they can be this happy, and yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly very inspiring. I think it's also been a vision of mine for a long time because I love doing. I think everybody loves doing something nice for people. If you don't, that's kind of weird. I think you should learn to do this. But
Well,
yeah,
that's how we get pleasure, by giving
yeah,
forward.
exactly. We need
Yeah.
to give to others.
Yes.
That's like the purpose of life for me. And
Right.
I also like bringing my friends on trips.
Yeah.
But to Ibiza, I still haven't brought anyone here. But it's like a vision for the future, maybe in 5 years, because I need to get a car first and I need to get my driving license. But it
If
feels
you wondered
really
how young
great.
Stas is, now you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No,
His
it's just
talent
it's very
transcends his
cool.
years.
I would love to
Yeah, because if you stay
have.
in the center, you don't really need a car, but it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Like the town is cool, it's not this.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different. When you
Yeah.
bring people to the island, it's different because Ibiza is special because there are no internet guides. Like you cannot just go like with London. You can go in like secret London and find whatever you want, like restaurants, places. Here, there is no like secret Ibiza account. You just gotta know the locals.
Yeah.
And I want to absorb as much knowledge as I can right now to later introduce people that I think
You need a good
align with the
guide,
energy of the
so you can
island.
be a good
Yeah,
guide. Yeah.
I like to be a guide. We both like that.
Yeah. Stas, I have a question. You're quite philosophical and you're studying film and English literature. So I was wondering, do you have a favorite book that made quite an impression on you?
Yeah, actually, I do. And it is a bit controversial, but I really like this book. It's The Collector by John Fowles. And basically, the brief storyline is there's a guy who collects butterflies and he stalks this girl who he really likes. And one day he decides to kidnap her. And
This
when
is
he
dark.
yeah, when he does it, he locks her up in a basement, but then he doesn't do anything with her. He just wants to be friends.
Okay.
And this is really interesting from a psychological perspective because I really like psychology and I really like the characters who are like double-sided and we can explore them. And the interesting thing about this book is that we have a double narration, double first-person narration. So we have the text from this guy's point of view, and then we have Miranda's diary. That's this girl's name. And she's very passionate about life and she's very hopeful about the future. And she's also very smart. And she's probably the character that I found myself relating to the most. And I've read a lot of books. Obviously, she has her flaws. We all have them. But the way she thinks and the way she outwits this guy is really, really clever. And I think it's always inspiring for me to see the passion to live in books and in real life when people go through some crazy stuff and then they get out of this and then they don't let themselves get swayed by life. They still carry on, they still continue, and they have high hopes. I find it very inspiring.
Right.
And like, I want to do more myself when I read something like that.
So if we want to understand your logic, your thinking, your perspective, this is a good book to read.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want people to think that I am a bit crazy, because she is too selfish in some moments. But at the same time, it's just an interesting setup and an interesting situation where a person is put in danger and she has to use these manipulation tactics and maybe pretend to like this guy in order to get out. Um, but in some way, her passion to live kind of mirrors my perspective on life, because I think that no matter what happens, it happens for a reason. And there is a lesson to be learned from everything.
So my favorite book is quite opposite of that. It's very light. It's very, I find it very beautiful how love and our souls continue throughout lifetimes.
Yeah.
And our soul paths reconnect and so on. Let me actually show it to you. Hold on one second. It's called Only Love is Real by Brian Weiss. It's a story of soulmates reunited, how what's meant for you, you will find it in this lifetime,
Yeah.
and you continue finding the same person over and over again. So I've met him, read quite a few of his books, but this one's my favorite. It's a very fast read. And for our viewers that are watching, we'll give away a copy of this. Comment with your favorite book, comment with what parts of our podcast that you like the most, and we'll pick the winner. We'll announce it on our channels. Theodore will choose the best answer. Yes? And we'll send you a copy of one of these. Or if you prefer the one that Stas mentioned, we can also send you one of those. But great book. If you believe that our souls are eternal, I highly recommend it. What would you say that your soul came here to experience and do in this lifetime? Do you know what your soul path might be? What gives you the most joy?
I mean, I kind of think that the path of one's soul can always change, like it's flexible. But I feel like a great calling in me to help others, to help other people, to make their lives better. And my long-term vision is to help my family members, my friends, to make their lives a better place, but also to make this world a better place. And I feel like I'm already starting to do it through my career, but in really, really, really small steps. But it's a process. And I think it is within our human nature to help each other. It comes from the
Definitely.
times when people lived in tribes and they would help each other. And solitude would be considered a sign of death. Like when a person was in solitude, it meant that they were literally ready to die. So I feel like helping other people just makes us more full. And we should do this as much as we can. And I find that the more we spend, not materially, but the more we spend our energy or whatever it is, the more we receive back. If we have the true and right intentions to do so, if we do it selflessly, not
Right.
selfishly in order
Yeah.
to gain. And I find it really beautiful. Like for me, it's fulfilling.
Well, that
Maybe,
is the most rewarding, right? Like when you
yeah,
give, it's not even when you receive, but when you give, that would fills your heart with
yeah,
happiness and joy and fulfillment, like you said.
I agree.
Do you find your stories, like helping people share their stories, that brings healing to people, that helps them?
You know what I start to notice? Maybe similar to this, but a bit different. I feel like when we are open to helping others, when we like really have no gain, no purpose of gaining something from it, I honestly feel like people feel that and
Yeah.
they start opening up to us.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not bragging about anything, but a lot of people for some reason open up to me. And when it first started happening, I was like, what the hell? Like, what did they just tell me? This is so weird. But then I find that sometimes people just want to speak. They don't need your advice. They don't need you to say anything, but they just need a good listener.
Yeah.
And right now, everybody is trying to give advice, like on the internet and on social media, films, like it's all advice, advice, advice filled. But
if you're actually a person just having a lot in your head and scrolling through the advice, it's not going to help. Sometimes people just want a real person by their side to listen. And it can all be felt maybe on some like energetic level or whatever it is, because when you're really tuned into listening to another person, people feel it and people open up to you more. And I love this feeling. I honestly love learning about other people's struggles and problems, happy moments as well. But I am always grateful that I think I provide this safe space for people to talk to me. And it is the most beautiful feeling to share our human experiences with one another.
Well, I think you asked me in the very beginning when we met, like, because I said I'm good at connecting people.
Yeah.
And you asked, do you feel like you are also good, that people connect with you easily?
Yeah.
And I started to think about it, and I guess, yes, like I've always had this talent. I love to connect people, and I also like to find the depth in people.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
And I think it brings really different sides and helps everyone in a way, in their own way. So yeah, I guess I have a talent for both to some degree. It's been kind of my calling in life.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it. And if I can help someone, I guess I'm a lot like you, that it's a pleasure. And I think it's one of the most rewarding, profound things that you can do, to like open up another soul, another heart, to make people feel like they are a part of a community, a part of some kind of like social club, because I think it's a bit forgotten now with all the social media. You're like always connected, but you're also always pretty much alone.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So it's an interesting time we live in.
And I think what you said in terms of like trying to help people open up, I think it's interesting because everybody has a mask. Like even the purest person has a mask.
Yeah.
Why do we have a mask? Because we were conditioned by the society to have it. Do we really need to have it? Probably yes, but it is really questionable. Like I don't know to what degree people need to have a mask that they really have. Why do we put it out? Why do we go from being an innocent child to this protective adult? Because we see a lot of stuff.
I mean, it's a lot of ego in some of it.
And it is a lot of ego.
Yeah. And I think maybe I always live my life like an open book.
Yeah.
Maybe almost too much so, but I think maybe that's what helped people connect and open up to me easily. And, you know, like a lot of the times my clients and so on, they knew I was young, but they didn't really know how young. And like we still found common ground, and we found connections. And I think we were discussing that too, that like now it transcends whatever age you are.
You can have friends at any age.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We really appreciate you guys are watching our episodes and our podcast from Ibiza with Love, the Glow Guide. So we wanted to share some cool giveaways that we're gonna organize and do together. Stas and I wanted to invite you for a sunset dinner on the island with hopefully Theo as well, if he's so inclined.
Most certainly.
Most certainly. It's a dinner with Theo, and we will be there. So if you'd like to have dinner with Theo in Ibiza at sunset, comment, like this video, subscribe, let us know what you enjoy the most about this podcast, and we will choose a winner. We'll announce it on all our channels, and one lucky guy, girl, or couple will join us soon in Ibiza to share this magic that we're experiencing here in real life. So thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you soon on the next episode from Ibiza with Love. Theo, say bye. Bye-bye.